So lest you ever think that I let this gig with the microphone ever go to my head, I always try to detail for you the teachable moments when I learned that my humility meter needs adjustment. So yesterday at a Pride event at Quasi Amusement Park for a group from the Connecticut Community Foundation that Kathy started, I had a long conversation with two gay men from New Jersey who travel the country with other roller coaster enthusiasts. They were delighted by seeing the Pride in the Hills group there at Quasi. And they were delighted by the welcome given to the LGBTQ youth and their families at these CCF, Connecticut Community Foundation festivities. And they were encouraged to hear about what we were doing here at Justice Southbury. But when I told them about something that I had said at last week's rally, that how glad I was to have experienced the change during my lifetime from seeing people with a closeted life to being able to have open pride, and how I smiled each time that I saw two men or two women in public holding hands. And I said, well, I thought that I was so glad that I lived through that transition so that I could see and appreciate this new world. And one of the men pushed back and said, well, it shouldn't matter anymore. You shouldn't be more happy to see us hold hands than you are to see a man and a woman hold hands. And of course he's right. But when Lila talks about coming out 54 years ago and looking for what you called safe ground to stand upon, that hit me because Julia and her friends who are here today are growing up in a world that is mostly safe for queer people. But for me, though, while it's encouraging that seeing a gay couple is not surprising, it's still a reminder both to take nothing for granted and to recognize that just as many past activists had to sacrifice to create this society, so too will many present and future activists continue the fights to lead us to a more fair and kind community for all in the future.